Good evening and welcome back to Newsnight. Tonight we'll be talking about Joe Biden's first few weeks in office, some new developments in the COVID-19 pandemic, and what the National Women's Hockey League announced this week. All this and more coming up on Newsnight. Welcome back. I'm Nick Konopka. We start off tonight's show with an insight into Wall Street. Government officials, stockbrokers, and investors across the country have been up in arms this past week as a barrage of citizens have been inflating stocks that were prior to this deemed worthless. The events began through a Reddit forum entitled r/Wall Street Bets, a subreddit that consists of people discussing stock investments and predictions. The stocks at the forefront of this debacle include AMC, Nokia, and BlackBerry, but the real showstopper is GameStop, which has increased from $20 a share at the end of 2020 to almost $400 a share at its peak last week. This sudden surge in price came as an extreme surprise to most of all investors, insinuating this drastic change is considered market manipulation. As a result of these events, the popular stock trading app Robinhood halted purchase of GameStop stock, as well as other stocks that have been surging in value. This prompted a storm of condemnation from leaders and business people around the country. Founder of Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy, stated in a tweet directed towards Robinhood, quote, "You are scam artists, you are crooks, you deserve to be behind bars and you know it," end quote. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren also chimed in, saying, quote, "All of a sudden the billionaires' hedge fund operators are yelling because they're not the only ones who make money when the manipulation happens," end quote. Since then, trading has been reopened on Robinhood, and the purchasing of stock has continued with the same unwavering speed as before, and only time will tell what lasting effects this event will have on the market. The stock market is not the only place experiencing changes recently. Last month, Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States and got right to work. Carlo Andreassi has more on what's been going on in the White House.
With Joe Biden recently being inaugurated, there's a lot of talk going around concerning what his plans he has in store for the country. One policy that seems to have garnered a lot of attention is the proposal to increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour as part of the Democrats' stimulus package. Because of this, there's been a nationwide debate going on concerning whether raising the minimum wage is a good idea or a bad idea. Those in favor of raising the minimum wage note that the standard of living has increased since the minimum wage last increased in 2009, and this is true. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation has decreased the value of a dollar by about 24% since 2009. The opposition to this idea likes to bring up that an increase to the minimum wage could itself cause inflation, which also has genuine merit. An increase in the minimum wage would, in theory, lead to businesses raising their prices to accommodate the higher amounts of consumer spending power. Of course, there is much more to this debate than just these 2 points, as it is an incredibly nuanced issue. And I encourage all listening to do research yourselves and come to your own conclusion on this important nationwide debate.
Newly inaugurated President Joe Biden has broken the record for most executive orders by a president in their first week in office. The previous record holder was Barack Obama with 5 orders in his first 7 days. President Biden has greatly exceeded that mark, signing a total of 24 executive orders in the same amount of time. The vast majority of the orders relate to combating COVID-19, whether it be by appointing a COVID response coordinator or by more far-reaching actions like mask mandates on federal property or invoking the Defense Production Act for vaccines. President Biden also signed several orders relating to his campaign promises on racial justice, including one that will end federal contracts with private prisons. A total of 8 executive actions directly reverse some of the controversial orders made by the Trump administration. The most notable of that group include a reversal of Trump's ban on transgender service members, as well as rejoining the United States into the 2016 Paris Climate Accords. Biden also addressed change by halting construction of the Keystone XL pipeline, a move which caused pushback from several Republicans who cite the thousands of jobs created by the pipeline's construction. President Biden has also come under fire from conservatives regarding the volume of executive orders that they say undermine the president's message of unity. President Biden's next challenge will be getting his $1.9 trillion relief package through Congress, which will require much more work than a single swipe of a pen. Coming up after the break, updates on the COVID-19 pandemic and its vaccines, and your weekly Pittsburgh weather. Stay tuned. Go.
Go to our new website, uview.plainpark.edu.
Go, 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 go.
Join UView and find your herd.
We'll be like,
Join EOP.
and 3, 2.
Join EOP.
Join On Point with Politics.
3, 2, 1.
Join Pioneer Sideline.
loneliest number that you'll ever do.
In the past 2 weeks, several COVID-19 variants that have originated in other countries have made their way into the U.S. The highly infectious variants originating from South Africa and Brazil have only been found in 2 states so far, South Carolina and Minnesota. However, the more contagious UK variant has made its way into 27 states, including Pennsylvania. Public health officials warn that these mutations will most likely lead to an increase in hospitalizations and deaths if this current spread continues. Both Pfizer and Moderna have released statements confirming that their current vaccines are still effective against the mutations. Much less widespread, but significantly more contagious South African and Brazilian strains have shown less promising results when it comes to the vaccines. Recent data from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine found that the South African strain rendered the shot only 57% effective, and Moderna has found a 6-fold decrease in their vaccine's protection against the Brazilian mutation. Despite these drops in efficacy, public health officials say that the vaccines may still protect people from a severe case, even if they do become infected. Currently, both Pfizer and Moderna are developing booster shots to protect against the variants if widespread transmission occurs. Until vaccines become widely distributed, it is still advised that people stay masked and follow all other best practices. Though COVID-19 vaccine rollout has begun, Pennsylvania is currently ranked as second to last of the 50 states in vaccine administration. Due to this fact, Governor Tom Wolf has been under fire by GOP leaders in the House and Senate, claiming his leadership is at fault for the slow rollout instead of insufficient supply. According to the CDC, less than half of Pennsylvania's federally allocated doses have made it into people's arms thus far. Roughly 1,720,000 doses have been distributed, though this is a fraction of the 4 million people who are eligible to receive it. Wolf explained that when Pennsylvania expanded their vaccine eligibility to those who are 65 and older and those with serious health conditions, they were expecting in turn that it would receive a large increase in the weekly vaccine allotment. However, this did not happen. President Joe Biden has promised to ramp up vaccine deliveries to the states. PA is expecting to receive an extra 20,000 vaccines per week, and while this is a significant increase, it still falls far shorter than the over 700,000 vaccines requested by vaccine providers. After speaking with reporters last week, Wolf acknowledged the work ahead, saying, quote, "We want to do a much better job than we're doing, and will continue to improve this process," end quote. On Tuesday, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow and predicted 6 more weeks of winter. Was he right? Alexa Shawless has more on Pittsburgh's upcoming weather for you.
Thanks, Nick. This week, temperatures will continue to stay low, but the snow will subside. Here's the forecast for Saturday, February 6th. The high is looking to be in the low 30s, while the low can reach 18 degrees. During the day, it will be partially cloudy with winds hitting 10 to 15 miles an hour. During the night, we can expect some light snow showers after midnight. As we look further into the week, temperatures will drop to the 20s starting Monday, and it will continue throughout the week. The high of the week is Sunday with 33 degrees. Now, I know it's winter and the 2020s, but the sooner we can get out of the 20 level temperatures, that's all we really need. The precipitation chance is low throughout the week, but we can see accumulation around an inch in the middle of the week. That's your forecast for the upcoming week. Back to you, Nick.
After our quick break, find out more about a course Point Park University is offering this year and what happened between Barstool Sports and the National Women's Hockey League. We'll be right back.
What's one word to describe CAB?
Welcoming.
Community.
Creative.
Experiences.
Family. Openness.
Pineapple.
The Campus Activities Board is a student-run organization that consists of 7 different committees. Each focuses on event planning, marketing, and administrative activities. Join us in organizing the juiciest events on campus, from late-night bingo to festive dances to our team bonding meetings. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Point Park Cap, or like us on Facebook at Campus Activities Board at Point Park University.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Troop alongside Jess Paterchak.
Defending his decision to kick out 15 Cuban diplomats from the United States.
Thanks, Allison. Fitness on Demand has returned to Point Park.
Residents fear that Mount Agung will have a repeat of 1963's eruption.
2-star NFL quarterbacks made the headlines this week after wrapping up.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's your news tonight. For Nick Tomarello, I'm Alex Grubbs. Have a great night.
As of last semester, Point Park began offering a 4-week mindfulness course. This course is and was available to all students. However, some students may not have the availability to commit to attending a 4-week course. Because of this, Point Park has begun to offer, starting January 29th, a drop-in mindfulness session, where each Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., students can drop into this course at their leisure. This drop-in is facilitated by University Counseling Center therapists Brendan Donovan and David Tomaselli. There is no registration needed. It is completely free, and you can come in as frequently or as little as you would like. Topics for this course include but are not limited to mindfulness basics, engaging embodiment, quieting our thinking mind, engaging imagination, noticing thoughts and emotions, and mindful eating. Mindfulness is an important skill that is beneficial for everyone in their day-to-day lives, particularly for students, so take hold of this opportunity while it lasts. Barstool Sports made a commotion last week with the National Women's Hockey League. Alexa Shawless has more information about what exactly went down.
The National Women's Hockey League released a statement distancing themselves from Barstool Sports. This comes after their CEO, Erica Nardini, posted a video that called out women's hockey journalists and fans who voiced their disapproval of Barstool Sports' support. In the past, Nardini promoted the NWHL through Barstool by having Metropolitan Riveters players Kelly Babstock and Rebecca Russo on her podcast to hype the league's 2021 season. In the statement, the NWHL Commissioner, Tyler Tumminia, said that there is no circumstance where it would be acceptable to call out many of the reporters, staff members, and fans who have given so much to women's hockey, especially knowing that these people could be targeted or harassed on social media.
Coming up after the break, we'll show you what animals were indulging in last week's weather and find out what show's consecutive run was ended last month. Stick with us.
The United Student Government at Point Park University, working since the 1970s to solve the issues that matter to you. What concerns do you have about the university? Student life, safety, food service. Send us an email to studentconcerns@pointpark.edu or stop by our office on the 7th floor of the Student Center. You can also attend our weekly open meetings on Mondays at 3:15. Follow us on social media at USG_PPU for more. The United Student Government. By the students, for the students.
The Point Park Sports Network, bringing you live coverage of Pioneer Athletics on Stretch Internet, the home of the River States Conference and the NAIA. Subscribe today for complete access to the Point Park volleyball, baseball, basketball, and soccer teams. Watch live and on-demand broadcasts, and don't miss a minute of Point Park Athletics. Head to pointparksports.com/live for broadcast listings. The Point Park Sports Network, your streaming home for Point Park Athletics.
3, 2, 1.
Please
please visit our website. Please, it's a nice website. Please visit our website. Please.
If you have ever watched television, whether accidentally or on purpose, YouView is for you.
Last month, there was a strange occurrence in television history. For the first time in years, a beloved children's show wasn't aired. Carlo Andreassi has more information on this bubbly character's history.
Friday, January 2nd, 2021 was certainly a day to note in history. Why is that? Did a major geopolitical event occur? No. But it marked the first time that the hit cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants didn't air on Nickelodeon since July 7th, 2007. That's right, the whole day went by and there was no lovable yellow sponge to be found. So why is that? Is the show finally dying off after its now over 20-year lifespan? Well, probably not. But the fact is, Nickelodeon has been thriving off of SpongeBob for all these years, relying on the cartoon for success. Recently, however, there seems to be a new show on the network that kids seem to latch onto, The Loud House. While SpongeBob is still an extremely popular show that likely isn't going anywhere anytime soon, its ratings have been falling recently. While The Loud House is getting above average ratings compared to other non-SpongeBob shows on Nickelodeon. So it looks like our favorite kids channel now has some new blood in it that can share a bit of the wealth with SpongeBob.
This past week, just 2 inches of snow fell over Washington, D.C. A few furry friends over at the Smithsonian's National Zoo had a blast rolling and playing in the snow that they wouldn't find in their national habitats. Giant pandas Mei Xiang and Tian Tian had a fun snow day rolling around and sliding down the hill in their enclosure. It also marked the first time that giant panda cub Shai Chi Ji encountered the snow. The National Zoo's Twitter account shared a short video on Sunday of the furry creatures sliding down the hills on their backs. The zoo also shared pictures of other animals enjoying the winter wonderland. How cute. That's all we have for you tonight. I'm Nick Konopka, and from everyone here at Newsnight, stay safe, stay warm, and have a great night.